Here is an interesting dash camera designed in EU and offering decent video quality and features, but as usual I want us to be more specific, so let's inspect. This is the kind of footage quality you can expect from the R600 model, designed by Navitel, a Czech Republic-based company, and manufactured in China with the strict control of the designers. If the name Navitel rings a bell, it is likely because they are developing one of the popular navigation apps, Navitel Navigator. That made me curious about the first car DVRs they got. The model we review has two variations, and I will review the one with a Sony sensor. The other edition is marked as UHD and has OmniVision sensor which supports up to 1440p as a maximum resolution. In this video you will see the package content, the installation process, a lot of samples, and a comparison showing you side-by-side footage from a dashcam which costs about 5 times more. Let's go for the unboxing, and I will pay extra attention to what is included because it is indeed interesting. As a start, nothing surprising, the usual accessories, the dashcam itself and the mount. The charger looks big and unfortunately has no extra USB port, as we are used to seeing many other recent models. Mini USB is the standard used, very detailed tutorial in many languages, and this is very helpful. A lot of Chinese dashcams usually lack documentation, especially those that are extra affordable. Also, you're going to find a 1-year navigation license key, which is usually worth between $13 and $30 depending on the country map. On the right-hand side of the main body, the charging port and the reset button. On the bottom, microSD slot and the power button. And the menu and navigation buttons are on the left side. On the top you can see the connectors to the mount. You will notice that the mount also has a mini USB port, and this will enable you to very quickly mount and unmount the R600. The quality of the materials used is very good, but I cannot say it feels any premium. On the other side, it is up to par with the plastic used by Blackvue for their DR900 series, which as mentioned cost 5 times more than that. Quick look at the installation, nothing complicated. You have to find a good way to bring the wire to the place where you decide to stick the mount. On the unit that I've tested, the mount was not too clicky, and that was adding some vibrations that were visible on the footage, so maybe the design of the mount could have been a little better. But probably the weakness is because of a strength, the one that allows you to turn the camera in any direction that you like. Concerning hardware, we mentioned about the Sony Exmor sensor, with the note that the UHD version comes with OmniVision sensor. Footage is processed by a capable chipset. You can count on a 170-degree angle of view and support of up to 256 GB microSD. You heard me right. If you shoot in 720p, this will allow storing of around 2 weeks of footage. The maximum supported resolution here is 1080p, which should be alright for most of the demanding users. I want to also show you the display, which is 2 inches big, bright and well visible most of the time. Since there is motion detection, you could add a hardwire kit and use the R600 for parking surveillance as well. Just as most of the dash cameras on the market, the R600 is designed to be smart and as automatic as possible. When you turn the car engine on, it will start recording, and it shuts itself down if there is no movement for a while or as soon as you turn the engine off. The microSD capacity is maintained by an algorithm which deletes the oldest recordings when there is not enough space, meaning that the only situations where you will have to manually do something to the car DVR are the moments where you want to copy some of the data from the SD card or you want to reconfigure something. Let's go through the menus. Call me old school, but there always is a smile on my face when there are hardware buttons for menu navigation. I just like the clicky feeling of this. Navitel have actually put some design work with these menus because they're much more colorful than the menus on other devices running the same chipset, Switching between modes and configuration settings is extremely simple, and you have control of most of the things that matter for a car DVR. Since Navitel is a software company, you can expect good firmware support and possibly to get some new features with future updates. Although my feeling is that they've squeezed the maximum out of the chipsets and the sensor combo. Intentionally, the summary of the footage we keep for the end. I think the quality is good, surprisingly not as oversaturated as on many other dashcams, and not too oversharpened. In fact, I have the feeling that it sometimes is not sharp enough, but overall the visibility is very good, and I believe the quality of the footage is better than on motos with similar specs like the 70mi or Blue Sky C B1W. Side by side with a much more expensive and powerful device, coming from Blackvue, yes, we can see a difference, but maybe you can tell me what you think and how far are they from each other. Certainly, among the biggest strengths are the menus, which allow you to do some picture adjustments. Night footage is also quite good and has a lot of detail to show. Concerning the files, using the H.264 codec and .mov container, I have around 12 megabits per second on average for full HD recording, which in my opinion well corresponds to the footage quality that we see. So that is the R600, a nice car DVR designed in Europe, manufactured in China, priced at around €65 and offering very good quality of footage. I think the few downsides are something you can live with, and knowing that a software company stays behind the project makes me feel optimistic about Navitel's portfolio. I will soon test the more premium model with GPS, the R1000, and if there's something specific you want me to try, just reach out via the comments below the video, where, as usual, we can exchange thoughts, ideas and impressions from what we've seen. With that being said, time to wrap it up. Thank you for watching this review. It's been very nice to have you around, and there are a few magical buttons that you can use and will show me how you feel about the video and the channel so far. My name is Michael. I'll see you soon.